Hi guys, in today's video I would love to share with you 10 mom hacks and mom tips and the best advice that I would love to share that I have figured out in my life as a mom of 3, and this little nugget is 2-month-old today, so she's the youngest, and I was like, I wanted to talk about things that are super helpful for moms of small children because it basically feels like a survival mode. So in this video I am sharing 10 tips and it's going to be multi-series videos. I will be coming back with it. I do have another 10 that I will record after this video. It's just I feel like it will be too much to watch if it will be like 300 tips. So today I'm sharing 10 and there will be more videos coming in the same series one after another. And before jumping into this video, I just wanted to say something. If you're watching on YouTube, you can tell, and if you are a regular subscriber, you notice that things look very different, and I just needed to come up with a solution because I really want to create content and to share my experiences to help moms in my situation have better lives, because basically if I am calm in most of the cases, then I'm giving the most love and the most the best situation for my children. And I want other children who will be future spouses for my kids, I want them to have that loving, supportive environment. So I want to help moms as much as possible, but seriously, I could not do it. So this is a different format. I hope you enjoy it. And if you're watching on Instagram, it's basically like Instagram stories and you see nothing different and everything looks good to you. Now let's jump into the video and actual tips. So number 1 would be, if you need to take a note, because life is so chaotic, there are many thoughts that come to you. Oh, I need to take care of this, I need to take care of that, I need to buy this or whatever. Sometimes you just don't have hands to write it down or put it in your phone, in your notes, or because you're holding the baby and you don't have hands. And it gets pretty frustrating on multiple cases where you're like, oh my goodness, I thought of it multiple times and it's still not written down and I keep forgetting to take care of it. Well, the thing that I came up with is to say, hey Siri, and I'm afraid to say it loudly because I'm afraid that it's going to switch. If you have an iPhone, you can tell Siri can you write the note for me or email myself about this, and then you will have a record in your phone that you have to take care of it. Tip number 2 is super helpful for when you're taking care of the little ones at night. What I have found is it's so difficult for me to wake up and come to my right mind at night when I'm so sleepy and they need a diaper change or feeding or whatever. What I have realized that having some light coming into the room makes it a lot easier for me to, first of all, wake up, and second of all, not to stub my toe when I get up and do things. So either having the door to the room opened and having the light in the hallway so that the light is coming in from the hallway, or if you have a master bathroom, having the light left in the bathroom so that it's a little bit of light coming into the room, or having those little pieces going into the outlet so that they create some kind of light are super helpful as well. Tip number 3 is about the sheets in the crib, in the bassinet, in whatever place they're laying down. It saved me so many, not heartaches, stresses, whatever, laundries, is to put a little sheet or a receiving blanket or something that is small and easy to wash, and not the whole sheet or the whole blanket that they're laying on, is just to basically put a little something on where their head is going, so that if they spit up, if they have any kinds of accidents, it is way easier for you to just grab that little receiving blanket or whatever the wraps are and just throw those in the wash, and then you won't have to change the whole sheet on your bed or in the crib. And yes, super helpful. Let me show you what it looks like, and after this I'm going to lay her down. She is nice and deep asleep. So you guys, look. This is my office. That's where I work or supervise the boys or do school from home. And then my seat, and then Miss Mia normally lays here, which is a super thick blanket so that it's nice and warm for her. And then thin sheet here, it's a receiving blanket. And then another one here. So if she spits up, I only have to wash this and nothing else, and then I replace it, and saves me lots of laundry time. Number 4 would be to have an extremely concise to-do list. You cannot afford to have a laundry list for yourself, because you will just get confused, and you are confused enough talking about myself, there's just so many things that come up that you have to take care of. And there's just the brain is overloaded with things that you have to remember. So I feel like having a concise to-do list, 3, 4, 5 items that you know that you have to get done today or within a week or whatever your priorities are, have them. And whenever you have a moment of downtime, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, you can look at them and be like, okay, this is what I need to be working on. Number 5 is to put events on the calendar as soon as they come up. Do not wait. Pull out your phone, write it down, and add appropriate details. If it's school day of whatever, hat day, you need to be like, okay, yellow hat with like blue stripes or whatever the details are. Write it down. Or it's doctor's appointments or birthday parties. Well, we're not doing this right now. We're in quarantine, but whatever. Any details, addresses, phone numbers, details like preferences for whatever people told you. Write them down, because if you don't, you will be in trouble. Number 6 is obviously if you and your family can do it, is to have a designated time for you to work on them work tasks or like laundry or dishes or whatever, so that you don't have to drop everything and go take care of the baby if he or she is crying and screaming and whatever. In my case, I can do basically everything and not get frustrated if I have to drop everything. But recently I was finding myself getting a little bit more frustrated about the emails, because it was literally taking me 3 days to reply to an email. And I was like, this is just ungodly, because I spent so much time starting it and then not being able to finish it, and then going doing stuff for the baby, and then coming back and doing the same thing. So basically the email that can take me 5 minutes, 7 minutes literally took me 3 days to accomplish. It was frustrating. So have a designated time for yourself. Ask your spouse, significant other, can you take care of the baby right now for 5 minutes, and then you will be all set to go and you will spare yourself a lot of frustration. 7 is kind of funny. My oldest son, figured it out. If your baby doesn't like the pacifier, because I know that there are different shapes and different kinds of pacifiers, if she doesn't like it this way, try it upside down. He did not know, but he like randomly put it upside down. When I was struggling, I'm like, come on, take it. I mean, I was not yelling at her, but whatever. But he like accidentally put it upside down and it worked. Tip number 8 probably should have been the first one, because it's the most traumatic one for me at least. So if I'm able to switch it up in the editing video, maybe this will be first, even though it's number 8 on my list, but whatever. You guys, whenever you're walking around your house or anywhere where there are walls, make sure to not hit your child's head on the wall. I don't want to admit this, but that happened to me twice with my children, that I am walking around and you are used to walking around and like your mind knows not to hit your body. You're like in space, you realize where the walls are. Well, you don't, like now your child's body is not your body, so you don't realize that his head is hanging off right here, like you're holding them right there, and then the wall is this, and you're like bonk their head on the wall. The scariest thing ever. So whenever you're walking, make sure that you're like cuddling them up within your body frame. It's mostly an encouragement. And just tip number 9 is know that you will get 5 minutes of downtime in the day. Sometimes it feels like you're just going and going and going and going, and it's like, oh my goodness, I am so exhausted. When is the end of it? There will be time when they will fall asleep, when you can give them either with the older kids TV or cartoons or something, give them snack, go outside, but you will get the break. The last tip or hack or whatever that is for today is, do not expect anything from you except for sustaining the life of the baby, and everything else that you get done, count it as a bonus. Celebrate it. Think that it's a win and it's an achievement for you. I struggled with this a lot because I'm very like goal-oriented person. I really want to be as productive as possible and get as much done as possible, and not being able to produce and to do extra things would make me very sad. But realizing that it is a different life stage right now for me, just remember that anything in addition is a bonus, and count everything that you have done. Be like, okay, I've done it. Good job, me. That's all for today, you guys. In my next video, I will share 10 more tips that are super helpful for me right now. It's just like, I don't think it's wise to make it longer because it was a lot of talking already. So you guys, I hope to see you in my next video. If this was helpful, please let me know in the comments below or message me on social media. I would love to hear from you. If you have any other questions, if you would like any input, if you have questions, problems, let me know. Again, I would love to give you my thoughts on that, and hopefully that would be helpful as well. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day. See you in my next one. Bye-bye.